Now it's time to add one more interesting option related to this dimension. See, for example, if I'm placing the dimension for the remaining side of this particular floor plan, vertical one, out to out. So what I have done, I have already selected the dimension with the default setting, same construction method as a linear, geometry method again as I have kept as a XY only. You can have the other one, but I'll explain that again in the next part. So now with the check mark, I'm using one point as my first dimension node, and then this is my second dimension node. So minimum two nodes were needed, so I have just completed that. Now to place my dimension, you know it very well, just keep your mouse on the empty part of the drawing with a hollow pencil and just double click. You will get the dimension line mark, see that is the hammer cursor and where to place the dimension line. Your prompt says that. You just pick one point as per your convenience. Now your dimension is already placed. Now, if I want to match the parameters of this dimension, that is its arrow, the text height, everything, the pen number for the line, everything I want to share the same, I want to give it to this. How can I do that? Even this is what the option which I am showing, that is pick parameters and inject parameters, is quite applicable for the other objects. Probably we have seen this at the time of hatch also, but again I'll revise this for you. So what I'm going to do, the source object, now make sure nothing has to be get selected, or otherwise even that is something important, you're not supposed to select anything. So if you're there in the arrow tool or a default setting, that's okay, but just I'll be there in the arrow tool. Now there are two see these buttons are there, pick parameters and inject parameters. So how to activate them? Either you pick them and use them, or otherwise best way, if I hold the alt key from the keyboard, you will get the hollow picker. And if I stay on the targeted object, for example, my dimension is the target. So if I now go and touch to it, it becomes a semi-field. So I'll just stay there and I'll use a mouse pick button. So this is nothing but picking the parameters. Okay. Now I want to insert these parameters. So if you go inside your dimension setting now, you will be surprised that all the settings are now modified as per the source object which you have selected. So the arrow type and its pen number or its text height, everything. So all the parameters are now collected from the source object, and now you want to insert or inject them into this particular other dimension. So I just have to hold Control and Alt together from the keyboard, and make sure if you just hold Control, you'll get the Caesar, that is trim. I'm not interested in that. Not only Alt also. Both Control and Alt, you have to press and hold them down, and you have to go on the destination. And what will happen on that particular destination, you want to inject uh, these parameters which you have selected earlier. So you just have to click. You will see now this is how you have actually matched the parameters or properties from the source to this. Be careful, this works and it's very sensitive. So in case if by mistake, if you click on some other object, in the sense even if my dimension was activated and by mistake if I click on some hatch area, what will happen? It will try to put all the parameters which are right now available in the hatch tool. So I might even lose that combination. Okay, getting the problem. So be careful. Don't try to unnecessarily select any other object unless until you're not sure about that. So I'm just putting Control Z one step back so that my undo was done. And this is how this simple function of say pick parameters and inject parameters will work for you. So I hope you have understood this logic and you will surely try this. Now let's see how I can place the dimension for this inclined side of the object. So I've just created one simple object for your convenience. I'll just try to use again simple thing because see now if you go inside the dimension and you will realize all the previous settings were there, and if you realize I'm not interested to continue with this, actually I would like to go and continue with this the other one, the smaller text height and the tick size. Fine, no worries. You just have to hold the Alt key and pick on the source object to pick the parameters. Fine. And now this time be careful. Construction method was supposed to be linear itself, but geometry method, if you check right now, it is compulsory. You are working with the X and Y only. So instead of that, you just move to the next option that is supposed to be any direction. With the any direction, now it's nothing but if I click on this incline side for its first and second node, and then if I double click on the empty part of the drawing, you will get one wheel known as a dimension wheel. So remember, this dimension wheel will help you to select one of the possibility which you would like to go and use for. So now there are three possibilities. Either I can go parallel to the inclined side, or I can go parallel to x-axis, or I can go parallel to y-axis. Fine. So this is how your dimension wheel is working for you. So you choose any three out of this three. That is, there are total six possibilities, or nothing but it is just the same thing. So if I go on the upper side or lower side, is one and the same thing. Only thing, my convenience I have to see. So if you you have to just follow the dimension wheel, and that's it. Now I'll just click on this side, you will get the required dimension. Same way, if I pick on this and this, then there is no need of dimension wheel. The reason is that these are the two exact vertical points. So there is no dimension wheel, though you are working inside the geometry method as any direction. So you should always remember that only if your pick points are supposed to be in some, not in the linear format, only then the wheel will appear. Okay, so otherwise it's not going to be so. So if I pick this and this point again, and if I click outside, double click outside, and if I place the dimension, this is how it is looking. So using the second option, any direction, is much better than earlier one. So please try on this also. So altogether, this will give you a better flexibility in placing the dimensions very quickly. Another few editing techniques, probably related to dimension. See, for example, if in case you want to just merge these two distances and make a single dimension, what do you have to do? How can you do that? Again, a simple thing. You just try to use the arrow tool and make sure click on the arrow location or your marker location with the check mark. You should get only the single node. Okay, so you're not selecting the entire chain. And then if you hit the delete key from the keyboard, you will see this is nothing but merging the dimension. This you can do it from the pet palette also. Okay. Apart from that, if in case you just want to change something related to this, say for example, I have selected this. If I go inside the settings now, you will realize you are just trying to focus only for that much of selected element and what are the possible uh, options available for you to edit over there. Okay, so that is nothing but a specialized editing you can go for. So always remember, when you select only text, now if you, in case you want to replace this text with some other thing, so what happened, I have selected the text. Now I can change only for this text, I want to have some different color, so I can do that. Okay, I can have a different height, I can even rotate that, or instead of measured value, if I want to put something else, so I can say custom, and if I type just at the suffix as a so it's valid. So this is almost very simple techniques of editing the dimension. So anytime you can split it, you can join it, you can edit the text, you can move the text. Now if I, in case you realize this text is the location wise, I just didn't like it, I just want to place it somewhere else, you can do that. You just select this, put Control D, drag, and you just drag it and place it anywhere. Okay, so that is also possible. Now if you want to take it back to normal, that means after dragging you just want to push it back to the normal location from where it was supposed to be, actually original location. So make sure you can just try to select that text again, and if you just scroll in your info box, there is one option known as a revert position, revert to automatic position. So just click on this, you will go back over there. So all such small things are available. You just have to take out some sufficient time and explore these things, and you'll realize editing the dimension in ArchiCAD is so fluent and so fast that you don't need much of the editing tools as such, separate tools I can say. Just on the go you can do this very quickly. Okay, so this is how your editing part gets covered. So now you please try to place the dimensions for your entire floor plan. So almost you will get ready for the printing of this particular floor plan for the first basic level of our 2D drafting.